Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Welcome back again on this platform. This is BVI Channel 1. I still remain your one and only Asu Channel Peters, the voice of the people. Today on Political Review, we are live again and we are here to look at some of the happenings, particularly as it affects the 2023 presidential election. And today on Political Review, we'll be looking at the top three candidates, their chances on winning the 2023 presidential election. So we will appreciate it if you are part of this program, if you are able to drop your comment on the comment section. And also you can use the link we have already dropped on the chat column. You can use the link to join in the meeting so that your voice can be heard. You can also call the numbers right here on the screen, +234-810-4545-533 to air your opinion, or you call through WhatsApp. All right? So we'll be taking all of your calls as it comes in. Don't forget that this is BVI Channel 1 Plus, our new channel where we're taking off again from the scratch after some forces reported and subsequently YouTube shut down our other channel that had nearly 200,000 subscribers. But we are not giving up, as our commitment is to give the people a voice and also stand in the gap as an advocate for good governance, an advocate for the freedom of oppressed Nigerian people, indigenous people in Nigeria, whether from the east, north, west, and south. Here is your home where your voice will be heard. And we are of the opinion that everyone, no matter your agitation, your political affiliation, your religious background or ethnicity, as long as you are part of Nigeria in any way, whether you're living in Nigeria or abroad, the consequence of bad government in this country is affecting us all. And as a result of that, it became necessary that people like us should stand in the gap for whatsoever thing people agitate for. We believe it can only be solved through a political process. It can only be solved if you have the right kind of people in power who shares your aspiration, who has a listening ear, and not those who stamp their authority over you or lord their will over you against your own will as a people. So this platform is open for everyone to be part of and make it your home. So this night I'll be dabbling into the top three candidates of the 2023 presidential election. And because of where we are operating from the southeast, to avoid any form of bias in going out there to get sampled opinion of the people, I decided to just randomly pick up a video from the YouTube of someone who did it in Abuja. Abuja happened to be a central area where all ethnicity gather and where you can have neutrality and unbiased opinion of Nigerians with respect to who they will vote for. Then when we come right back, I'm going to take on Reno on mockery. I'll bring you his own opinion, his own narrative, then we'll be right back to dissect every one of them, one after the other. I will encourage you to subscribe if you have not, and share the link of this live broadcast so that other people will join. So let us quickly go to our outsourced street rush from the opinion of the people. Let us quickly go there and get the opinion, and we'll be right back.
Hi guys, it's Obi King once again in the house with another video for you guys. I'm here at Old Parade Ground in Abuja FCT, where we're about to host the Yaga Youth Vote concert. It's supported by Yaga in partnership with INEC and European Union support to democratic governance in Nigeria. So I'm here to take a short poll from people to know who they are supporting in the elections and know whether they've gotten their PVCs or not, how hard the process is. So just join me as I take this short poll. We'll see whether people are supporting Peter Obi, we'll see whether people are supporting, Atiku, Tinubu, whether people are supporting Shore or even Kwankwaso. So let's get to it. Obi King to ease no eye, coming out with the music to ease your mind. Thanks so much for joining us, my brother. Do you have your PVC?
Yes, I do.
Who are you supporting in this 2023 election?
Well, based on popular demand, supporting P2B.
Okay, could you explain why?
P2B, let me just say, is a man of the people, and in this year election, like 2023 election, we are not voting party, but we are voting the person we want. Have you gotten your PVC?
Yeah, I've gotten, sir.
Okay. Who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
Peter Obi. He's the only one that can save us from this situation now. He's the only one that capable that can save us, the youth. Anything other one, they can't save us. So it's only Peter Obi is capable that can save us for this situation now. So we, the youth, must vote him. Because if we don't vote him now, I don't want to suffer another 8 years, seriously. This 8 years I've suffered is already, okay, so this another next year election now, so it's for Peter Obi I'm supporting. I have my PVC.
Thanks so much for joining us. Yeah. Have you gotten your PVC?
Not yet.
Okay, why not?
Initially when we got here, it started with we need a ticket before we get our PVC, and then the whole stress that comes with getting this PVC. I've been to like 3 different locations, and it's just been story. It's really frustrating. But after a while, though, they allowed us in, so hopefully.
Who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
Peter Obi all the way. He's the man of the people. We're tired of stories. We want something different. We don't want APC. We don't want PDP. We just want something different. We don't want the angel that we know. We want that devil we don't know. So it's Peter Obi all the way.
Here we are as a people with one song, with one voice.
Thanks so much for joining. You're by far the best dressed person I've seen so far at this poll. So, have you gotten your PVC?
Not yet. I've been here on Tuesday and they actually wasted like 3 hours of my time. So I went back home that day and I said I'll come back the next day. But the next day the same thing too happened. So I just said I wouldn't come back. But today I just said let me just check it out one more time. If it doesn't work out, I'll just go back home. If
you eventually are able to get your PVC, because I know INEC has extended the registration period, who will you be supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
To be honest, I'll have to be supporting Atiku because it's either Atiku or Tinubu. Obviously, there's no one else that will run and will win against them, except for someone maybe like Kwankwaso. But I know he's not going to run. So I'm going to support Atiku because Tinubu is old and he doesn't have the strength to run this country, and also I know Tinubu is not down for it. Just Atiku.
Have you gotten your PVC?
Not yet.
Okay, may I ask why?
Because of the problem, this line and every other thing else, like the process of having to stand for hours to get it is something else.
Who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
I think I will vote for Peter Obi because we are used to PDP and APC now, so we want something. We want to try something else, a new delicacy. let's see how to go.
Have you guys gotten your PVC?
We're about to get the PVC.
Yes, we're about to get it.
Okay, so eventually when you get your PVC, who will you be supporting for the 2023 presidential election? I'll start with you.
As for me, I'll be supporting Peter Obi because I made some research on him and I found out that he has the credibility and he has integrity to run the game. To me.
Thank you.
As for me, I'll be supporting Tinubu because even when he was ruling Lagos, like he ruled it well, like he did everything good there. So maybe if we put that kind of person in Nigeria for him to rule the country, it's like he might organize everywhere.
Thanks so much for joining us, sir. Have you gotten your PVC?
Yes, I already have a PVC, but I want to make some changes. I need to do another capture in a registration center. That's why I'm here. I'm happy at the turnout. It's obvious that Nigerians are much aware now, and they know that they are the ultimate politicians. They are the ones, the power belongs to the people.
Who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
Wow, my brother, I think that's personal. I'm not a card-carrying member of any political party. I think I will vote based on a merit and those who can tackle our economy and put Nigeria where it should be among the nations of the world.
Have you gotten your PVC, Pacha?
Not yet, and that's why we're here.
Suppose you get your PVC, who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential?
Well, I'll be supporting Peter Obi. He's what Nigeria needs. Like he understands, he's thinking out of the box. He understands how to create opportunities because that's what the whole world is doing. What drives the economy is the young people. In every of the first world countries, that is what's happening. So why can't we replicate it here? Why do we have to have old, haggard people that should be resting? Why should they be the ones on the seat? Since I was born, I've been hearing about Buhari. Today, Buhari is still the president. I've been hearing about Tinubu. Tinubu wants to be the president. No. At least if it becomes, then people like me might be the president tomorrow. So we want to change the narrative and we are suffering. It's obvious. Because these people are old, they are not in tune with the time, technology, innovation, everything that is happening is like they are not even aware. We need somebody that understands. How can we be fighting with electricity, no light, no fuel, nothing, food hike, in a country that has everything, and he's telling us how he can solve the problem? What else do we need? Who else is telling us how they can solve this problem? Nobody.
Who will you be supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
Well, it's obvious. If you're a youth at this time and age, you should know the person is Obi, because that is who will take us out of our present predicament, and that's true. He has the plan, he has everything.
Who will you be supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
I'll go for Peter Obi because we actually need a young leader. As you can see, these youths are here. So youths now, we need somebody that's young, like that can take over the country.
From Kaduna to Kano down to Abuja, the I want to say is that we did
I need to voter card. But I come see 7 o'clock. Some people say they give number. So no, we will not see anybody when they give number. And then we join line. The line people they rushing. This is no good. People they here plenty. Some people my day since yesterday they come back today, but they no go get her. So guess maybe now me I go tomorrow I come back. If I no get her, it's okay for me.
Can I ask who you are supporting? Which presidential candidate?
So maybe Atiku. Atiku, because the Tinubu don't hold for our my mind.
Have you gotten your PVC?
No, I'm here for my PVC. I'm here to get registered.
Once you get your PVC, who will you be supporting for the 2023 presidential?
Obvious, obedient, the obedient people, obedient Nigerians. That's who I am, and that's who I will vote. Nigeria has really gone astray. We need someone that can bring us back to track, and give hope to the young people. Young people have the largest population in Nigeria. They make up the larger proportion of Nigerian population. So we need somebody that will give future to young people, and they can see the level of immigration is so high. So young people need someone that can give them hope.
Have you gotten your PVC?
Sure, yeah, I have my PVC.
Who are you supporting for 2023 presidential election?
I'm supporting Peter Obi.
Okay, can you explain why?
Because I see him as the only person who can take this country forward.
Do you have your PVC?
I've not gotten it yet. Yesterday I came here to register. They said I have to collect my ticket first. Then they gave me like 2 stamps on it. Said I should come today for the registration. So that's why I'm here. I really need to get it because I need to vote. Seriously. We all need to come out and vote like we all youth. Sacrifice. I've not eaten like today, but I know I had to come here and, do what I got to do for my nation. This is the only nation we have. So we had to just try and save it.
May I ask who you are supporting? If you eventually get your card, who are you supporting for the 2023 presidential election?
I'm obedient now for life. I'm obedient. I have to obey. I have to obey. That's it.
I was here on Monday, so the crowd is too much, so I cannot be able to. That is why I come today. But when I come today, in fact, I was impressed. Because by the gates, there is no pushing. When you enter inside, there is no pushing. The arrangement is okay, it's good to me, but I don't know for other people. The elderly people, there is arrangement for us. The people that are pregnant, there are arrangement for them.
So you can imagine, as of yesterday, we came here 6 morning. We couldn't do, they gave us a form. That for come, this is a be automatic form for you to enter. This is the 2 we are having. And when we came this morning, we are still queuing. So you can see that the line is scattered. Nobody is following the procedure they said. You can see they are doing fatherism and all of those things. They are bringing people. I don't think if you are asking for a better Nigeria, it shouldn't be the way we should follow. At least we should do the right thing at the right time.
If you get your PVC, who are you supporting for the election?
I will actually go for Obi because the elites rule make us to understand that a society is possible when power is being circulated. So I think the northern side, they have been in power for so many years. So the power should go to the eastern side. I'm not from East, but you should go there. I think it's the best candidate for now.
How does the process go for you?
To me, it was not really easy because first and foremost, most of us wake up by 3 a.m. Like where I'm coming from is really far, and I have to battle with traffic and time. Like yesterday, when I came, I have to go back because the crowd is too much. Not only the crowd alone, but then the numbers they give at times they reschedule. Still coming inside, I have to battle. Let me just say, it's survival of the fittest.
Who are you supporting for the presidential election?
I want the youth to come out, and then looking at things are really bad. Inflation, students like me at home. So we want the best of the president that will come out and say, yes, they support the youth, they support education. So I don't know for now. I have to go home, screen it. But I want the youth to come out and look at the education at stake, the health process at stake. Pregnant women now, most are dying, but they only record it over there. If you go to the hospital, see, so this is what we want to come out. Children are hungry, so we want to say, youth come out and do your vote.
How would you rate the process of registration?
Gbogbo tó ń ṣe ń bí ó dáa gan ni. Kọ́lọ́n kó ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀ ní dáadáa fún wa. Kọ́lọ́n bá wa tó Nàìjíríà. Kọ́lọ́n ràn gbogbo ẹni tó bá fẹ́ ṣe kó ràn lọ́wọ́. Ẹni tọ́lọ́run á gbé síbẹ̀ kó jẹ́ ẹni tó láàánú èèyàn. Kọ́lọ́n ṣe fún wa.
Who are you supporting for the election?
Election?
The presidential election. Who are you supporting?
Ẹni tí Allah yàrá sílùú láì ẹni tó bá rán Ọlọ́run á gbé fún síbẹ̀. Ẹni tọ́lọ́run bá rán sí wa òun ló máa ṣe lágbára Ọlọ́run. Mi ò mọ anybody.
anybody ò mọ̀ mí. Ó kọ́ wù mí pé kí n register kí n dẹ̀ vote. Bí ó ṣe rí nìyẹn. Ọlọ́run á fún Nàìjíríà ṣe. Nàìjíríà ò ní bàjẹ́.
My name is Ferdinand Tode. I'm a volunteer for EU in partnership with Yaga.
Nigerian youths are mobilizing. They are telling us that this time they will be ready. They will be ready to be the driver of change.
The process, I think, is simple. If you've not registered at all, you just coordinate the line, take you to where you register, do your biometric capture, that's all. It's seamless, it doesn't take so much time. As you can see, the queue is moving, so everything is just easy for anyone to do.
Do you have any message for Nigerians to help ease this process? Anything we can do?
What they can do, I think, like if people who have issue of transfer, maybe they move to a different location, they can do it themselves with their device, their mobile device. Like use your phone, just register. I think the link, they have a link. But if you just go to INEC website, just search it on Google, you'll be able to do some of those things by yourself. You don't need to come out here to do anything. Maybe you are in Kaduna before you move to Abuja, you can go to INEC website, register, move your location from Kaduna to Abuja for easy voting.
Hi guys, it's Obi King once again in the house with another video for you guys. I'm here at Old Parade Ground in Abuja FCT, where
Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Yeah, welcome back again on the platform. This is still BVI Channel 1. We have gotten it as it is, unbiased, from the streets, the opinion of Nigerian people with respect to who they want to vote for. You've heard it from them. Like I said before, we took that very video. We said that from where we are operating from the southeast, and understanding the nature of Nigerians who tends to be more ethnic oriented when it comes to politics, you know, we are still trying to change that narrative. We decided to get an unbiased, widespread opinion. The way you are hearing it is the way we got it. We didn't edit anything to favor a particular candidate or whatsoever. We just got it from that YouTuber who had gone in Abuja, which is more or less a central place where other people can you know, express the opinion, where you will have different people that will be speaking freely, you know. So you've heard what they said and who they are canvassing for and why they are actually canvassing for such person. Now I will quickly bring you the opinion of PDP, I would say, unofficial spokesman of Atiku Abubakar, in the person of Reno Omokri, for you to have his own side of narrative when it comes to the political, you know, podcast, you know, to forecast what could happen come 2023. So let us take a look at what he said, and we'll take it from there. I'll be right back any moment from now.
Today I want to talk about the coming February 25, 2023 presidential elections. Yesterday, Monday, August 15, 2022, an activist was on social media and he said that Bola Tinubu was going to win the elections. And you know, a lot of people carried away with that. There was some buzz around that, but let's focus on what cannot lie. Let's focus on the facts. If you look at the facts now, what are the facts? The voter registration numbers. Yes, the Southwest has done better than all other zones in the CVR, continuous voter registration. As a matter of fact, Lagos has overtaken Kano as the single largest concentrator of votes. But that's not the only fact. If you want to look at the facts, you also have to look at voter turnout. The highest voter turnout in Nigeria from the 2019 presidential elections were from the Northwest. Now, in the 2019 elections, you saw that the People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar, he got something like 11 million votes, slightly over, and those votes are for the most part going to remain intact in the north, especially. In the southeast, yes, there is the possibility, the strong possibility that he's not going to get as much vote as he got the other time. However, there's one other thing that's happening here. General Muhammadu Buhari is not running. So a lot of the votes that he missed out on in the north, especially in the northwest and the northeast, are going to be coming to him. The running mate of Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC, is from the northeast. He's from, will I say, almost a majority tribe in the northeast. He's Kanuri. Now, there are tribal factors at play. There shouldn't be, but there are tribal factors at play in the north. This gentleman cannot, get out the votes the way Muhammadu Buhari can. He doesn't have the spread in the north. And another candidate in the north, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, yes, he's big in Kano, but we've seen that there's not so much excitement for his candidature. So the votes in the northwest and the northeast, and a huge chunk of the north central as well, are going to go for Waziri Atiku Abubakar. Now, if you look at the south, the votes in the southwest, like in Lagos, generally the Lagos votes have always been shared 60 to 40, 60 in favor of the APC, and then before that the ACM, and 40 in favor of the PDP. So we're going to get a huge votes in the PDP from the southwest, Lagos in particular, Ibadan also. One of the things you have to know is that the wife of Waziri Atiku Abubakar, who was the second lady from 1999 to 2007, Hajia Titi Abubakar, is from Osun State, and she is a politician. She's not a stay-at-home wife, she's a strong politician. So we're going to get a huge chunk of votes. I'm not saying we're going to get majority, no, we're not going to get majority, but we're going to get a huge chunk of votes in the southwest. So southern votes are going to be split between the PDP, the APC, and Labour Party in the south. But northern votes by and large are going to go almost en bloc to Waziri Atiku Abubakar. So there is absolutely no way anybody like Bola Tinubu can pull a stunner and emerge as the president or after the election. No. It's going to be, if you look at the numbers, yes, Lagos has the largest concentration of votes, but how many people in Lagos come out to vote? How many people? If you look at the last election, the voter turnout in the southwest was about, I think it was about 2.8%. In the northwest, the voter turnout was something like 3.6%. So we're seeing that a lot more people come out to vote in the northwest. The lowest voter turnout was in the southeast, and then this time around it looks to be even because of the shenanigans being pulled by IPOB, ECN, Ebubeagu, and a number of other people. For instance, in the southeast today, you can't even do a lot of things on Monday because it's a sit at home. So I see this election comfortably being won by Waziri Atiku Abubakar. And I'm not doing this because of bias or because of anything. I'm looking at the facts. Voter numbers. When you talk about votes, you talk about Lagos, you talk about Kano, Jigawa, Sokoto, Kaduna, Katsina. Those are where the votes are going to come from. Other than Lagos, all these other places I've called, Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, Kaduna, Sokoto, are going to go for Waziri Atiku Abubakar. Those are the facts. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Today I want to talk about the coming February 25, 2023 presidential elections. Yesterday, Monday, August 15, 2022, an activist was on social media and he said that Bola Tinubu was going to win the elections. And a lot of people were carried away with that. There was some buzz around that. But let's focus on what cannot lie. Let's focus on the facts. If you look at the facts now, what are the facts? The voter registration numbers. Yes, the Southwest has done better than all other zones in the CVR, continuous voter registration. As a matter of fact, Lagos has overtaken Kano as the single largest concentrator of votes. But that's not the only fact. If you want to look at the facts, you also have to look at voter turnout. The highest voter turnout in Nigeria from the 2019 presidential elections were from the Northwest. Now, In the 2019 elections, you saw that the People's Democratic Party candidate Atiku Abubakar, he got something like 11 million votes, slightly over, and those votes are, for the most part, going to remain intact in the north, especially. In the southeast, yes, there is the possibility, the strong possibility that is not going to get as much vote as it got the other time. However, there's one other thing that's happening here. General Muhammadu Buhari is not running. So a lot of the votes that he missed out on in the north, especially in the northwest and the northeast, are going to be coming to him. The running mate of Bola Tinubu, the presidential candidate of the APC, is from the northeast. He's from, will I say, almost a majority tribe in the northeast. He's Kanuri. Now, there are tribal factors at play. There shouldn't be, but there are tribal factors at play in the north. This gentleman cannot, get out the votes the way Muhammadu Buhari can. He doesn't have the spread in the north. And another candidate in the north, Rabi Musa Kwankwaso, yes, he's big in Kano, but we've seen that there's not so much excitement for his candidature. So the votes in the northwest and the northeast, and a huge chunk of the north central as well, are going to go for Waziri Atiku Abubakar. Now, if you look at the south, the votes in the southwest, like in Lagos, generally the Lagos votes have always been shared 60 to 40, 60 in favor of the APC, and then before that the ACM, and 40 in favor of the PDP. So we're going to get a huge votes in the PDP from the southwest, Lagos in particular, Ibadan also. One of the things you have to know is that the wife of Waziri Atiku Abubakar, who was the second lady from 1999 to 2007, Hajia Titi Abubakar, is from Osun State, and she is a politician. She's not a stay-at-home wife, she's a strong politician. So we're going to get a huge chunk of votes. I'm not saying we're going to get a majority, no, we're not going to get a majority, but we're going to get a huge chunk of votes in the southwest. So southern votes are going to be split between the PDP, the APC, and Labour Party in the southeast. But northern votes, by and large, are going to go almost en bloc to Waziri Atiku Abubakar. So there is absolutely no way anybody like Bola Tinubu can pull a stunner and emerge as the president or after the election. No. It's going to be, if you look at the numbers, yes, Lagos has the largest concentration of votes, but how many people in Lagos come out to vote? How many people? If you look at the last election, the voter turnout in the southwest was about, I think it was about 2.8%. In the northwest, the voter turnout was something like 3.6%. So we're seeing that a lot more people come out to vote in the northwest. The lowest voter turnout was in the southeast. And then this time around, it looks to be even worse because of the shenanigans being pulled by IPOB, ECN, Ebube Agu, and a number of other people. For instance, in the southeast today, you can't even do a lot of things on Monday because it's a sit at home. So I see this election comfortably being won by Waziri Atiku Abubakar. And I'm not doing this because of bias or because of anything. I'm looking at the facts. Voter numbers, when you talk about votes, you talk about Lagos, you talk about Kano, Jigawa, Sokoto, Kaduna, Katsina. Those are where the votes are going to come from. Other than Lagos, all these other places I've called, Kano, Jigawa, Katsina, Kaduna, Sokoto, are going to go for Waziri Atiku Abubakar. Those are the facts. Thank you for watching, and God bless you. Today I want to talk about the coming.
All right, that is it. We allowed it to play, I think, twice so that more people will be able to understand what we are talking about. We are still on the live broadcast, political review, and what we are talking about is the chances of the three top candidates for the 2023 presidential election. And those top three candidates of the APC, the PDP, and the Labour Party, the man of the moment, the leader of the Obidient movement. That Obidient movement used to give politicians some heart attack. But that's by the way. You've heard about almost everything that the people have said. And you can understand their position. I am also reading through the comment section, people reacting to Rino Omokri. He had been a very controversial person, especially towards this very 2023 election. and I would say he had made himself an idol in bringing down or talking down the Obidient movement. But that is his own personal opinion. Millions of Nigerian people also have their own opinion. Now, don't forget, you can join me in this conversation by calling me on this number, +2348104545533. Either you call it direct line or you call by WhatsApp line so that we can have this conversation and get your voice heard by other people across the globe. And I want to also remind you, in case you're just joining us for the first time, this is BVI Channel 1 Plus, our new channel that we brought to continue the message, the propagation of the gospel truth, the message of freedom of the oppressed indigenous people in Nigeria, whether from the east, north, west, and south, and a center for the advocacy for good governance. And we are committed to that very task. So, subsequently, after the termination of our previous channel, that is almost 200,000 subscribers, we are building this very platform from the scratch again. And we hope that you will join us in this journey as we bounce back again, hitting it hard on those that want to continue keeping Nigerian people, the oppressed Nigerian people, the suffering Nigerian people in perpetuity under misery. The numbers to call, don't forget, is +2348104545533. Now, let me quickly address that of Reno Omokri. Some of the things he highlighted from his point of view. I must say, to some extent, I agree with his philosophy coming from the old political order, the old political reality in Nigeria. And what are these things? The politics based on ethnicity. If you listen to him attentively, you will understand that Reno was busy selling article from ethnic perspective. I was expecting, and I believe reasonable Nigerians are expecting someone like him to come up with issue-based arguments on why Nigerians should vote for Atiku. It's also applicable to that of the APC candidate. I am unapologetic, obedient Nigerian. In case you don't know, BVI Channel 1, which is supposed to, people will say, you're supposed to be neutral. No, we take our stand because truth does not take side. Truth is truth. I want to use this opportunity to bring on board a brother. He's already here with me on the phone line. Hello, Honorable. Good evening. Good joining us. Yeah. Honorable Onyebuchi, please, can you give us your perspective with respect to the build-up of 2023 general election, presidential election, and putting some kind of analysis around the three top major candidates? Who do you think had the best chance with respect to the political reality in Nigeria today?
Thank you, Comrade Asuzu. Thank you very much for getting me into this discussion. Actually, this election is built on tension. It's on a kind of high tension. So much expectations are on it. From my own perspective, this election is going to be a different type of election since the inception of Nigeria. Because this is the first time we are seeing someone from Southeast having a kind of, let's call it, a kind of force in Nigerian Federation. In terms of the person that might win the election, the way it goes, when you look around the country, from what we see from here, you know, all the remaining aspirants or candidates, none of them is talking about issue-based politics. Although we know that the campaign is likely to start by next month. But they're all based on one candidate because they never see something like this before. Everybody is criticizing Labour Party candidates from the opposition and the ruling party. Nobody is campaigning about what they will do to the country, how they are going to solve the security situation. ASU have been on strike for the past 5-6 months. Economy is getting, bad. The Naira is at its lowest ebb, which is likely to go up anytime. As at of today, the dollar is about $680 Naira per dollar. We don't talk about the economy, which is at least 19% lower as at today.
Yeah.
So I think the problem is they don't want the Labour Party in particular to come on board because everybody campaigning against him. They don't say what they want to do, how they want to go, how they're going to take care of the country, the unemployment youths. That is why we see crime rising every day, all sorts of crime, kidnapping, killing, ritual, yahoo, is because of unemployment. Because that's what this Labour Party candidate, in respect of His Excellency, Mr. Peter Obi, his campaign base is from consumption to production. You can't be consuming. You have to produce. And when you produce, you employ people because robot cannot produce. It's an individual. Unemployed youth will be engaged into production. But they don't talk about it. They talk about his campaign because they never expected him to have this kind of movement. So I believe that P2B is the man that is going with the trend, with what Nigerian youth want. P2B and Yusuf Dati. And the opposition and ruling party can never they were trying to pull him down. If you look at the man, you see that he's focused. He don't listen, he doesn't respond to anything they were. He keep on moving, gaining people, gaining support. Although articles say that 90% of Northerners don't know anything about Twitter and social media. But I have to tell you the truth. The country's youth, the youth that made up the country population is tired. So, but my concern is this. I've never seen the movement in Southeast because you can see somebody donated his house in Kano, in Jigawa, you see massive support. But in Southeastern state, I have not seen such. I don't know, is it because it's been dominated by opposition and, APGA, APC, and PDP? But then, I believe that the youth has come out to stay, and they decided what to do, because according to the recent PVC issuance, about 7 or 9 million more added votes, they were all youths. So I believe that the best is yet to come. But mark my words, if the election goes free and fair, the Labour Party is going to take the lead. Thank you.
Oh, that's good. Now, Honorable, you talked about the issue-based, commentaries by the Labour Party candidates, while the other candidates and the people that promotes them, they tend to go to the media to discuss P2B, most times. And how do you think the permutations, because Reno Omokri just came up today to say that based on ethnic divide, that is not what they normally use to, divide and rule Nigerian people and keeping them in the same cycle of poverty. Reno Omokri is of the narrative that because of the South, we have P2B, Tinubu contesting as major candidates, that votes will be divided between Tinubu and the P2B, and as well Atiku that married from the South. They've made that assumption that the reason or what actually made Atiku more Nigerian than the rest of them is because he married from all parts of Nigeria. You can imagine that narrative when we're talking about good governance. And they also, try to sell P2B as one ethnic candidate. Even from the background of some of the politicians shouting Igbo presidency, that today we're not hearing them shout Igbo presidency up and down. Many of them are, still pushing for either APC or PDP because of their party affiliation. Now, what is your thinking? Do you think that with what is happening today, that Nigerians have come to realize that the divide and rule tactics of this person is from the east, the other person is from the west, the other person is from my town, the other person, it is our turn? Do you think that Nigerian people have grown above that, and it will reflect in the election come 2023? What's your opinion about that?
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Osuzo. When you talk about Remo Omokri, you should know that these are the people that thought that feeds from, they were kind of parasites. They feed from the animal they were attached to. So Remo never liked P2B because he served under Goodluck Jonathan. That's how he made most of his money. He's over here in US, in Canada, in London. Let him come home and say whatever he want to say. He had been a very critic of His Excellency, Mr. P2B. And I thank God, at the end of the day, the Article campaign organization never gave him as one of the campaign spokesperson. They rather gave it to Dino Melaye and one other person. So that's a very, shock on his side, no matter he's trying to pretend. Remember, this Omokri was the one that keep on talking that he was being threatened by Obidient supporters and the rest. You cannot be. Why don't you go straight to the issue-based talk, not capitalizing on a particular candidate? Mm-hmm. One thing in life, one thing I personally observed in this life is Igbos are the most hated tribe in Nigeria, the most hated. No matter, he can never accept it. So, so they just have that hatred. How can you say that P2B is an ethnic bigot? How? See, P2B never supported IPOB, ESN, Masop, whatever. He never supported, and he keep on moving, doing his things his own way. You never see where they mention him. And he kept on avoiding himself because he wants the unity of the country. Okay, let's assume the Southwest, the Afenifere, led by Pa Ayo Adebanjo, with his elders, they came out and said that they were in support of P2B. They have been the one agitating for Igbo presidency. Only the governors of the Southwest, they were because most of them were installed by Tinubu. So but I must tell you, the road is clear, because all these things they were saying, the campaign is getting into the youth ears, because they knew that they were the one that will take it at the end of the day. These people have been on expired drugs.
Honestly,
they were just there to have an address. Just imagine, yesterday, Ruto was named the elected president-elect of Kenya.
Now you can imagine what happened
55
there.
years.
The hustlers movement. You heard about it?
Yes. Yeah. So, okay, we thank God that Buhari signed the electoral law, which gives way for INEC to be using the portal. So, because of the portal, that's why the Ruto win Odinga won the election, won Odinga. Odinga never believed it, because they believe in rigging, which had been African way. But they never knew that the electoral body was sending everything to the portal. Remember, the Odinga himself plotted about 5-6 lawyers to be on, to judge the situation. Among them, 4 accepted that Ruto never won the election. 2 stood by their ground that Ruto won the election, because they saw it on portal. And as you are voting, you're seeing what you have voted for. You're seeing that you're winning. But it's because he plotted his own people. But everybody knows that, yes, Ruto won the election. Now, we thank God. You can see what happened in Osun State. The portal worked, although there is a lot of vote buying, which is another problem the country is going to have. But at the end,
we had a call that is interrupting. Let us quickly take the call. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening. That's BVI, right?
Yeah, you are live on BVI Channel 1. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is John Iswande. I'm calling from Boston, in Massachusetts, United States.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, the thing here is, this is an election year. The governor of Kaduna State can say whatever he likes. I'm not expecting him to endorse P2B or to say something very positive about him, because both the Labour Party and PD and APC are in contention for the election. So I wouldn't. He can say whatever he can. This is here in America they call it solecism, which is what it is. So let us we Igbos, because every Igbo person has a lot to do here, but not to do it in such a way that was advantaged. Let's not forget, we have to build bridges for Obi to be able to cross, and so far, when people make certain comments about it, we shouldn't be seen in it as if it's tribalistic or this and that, because this is a competition where everybody is trying to get through. I'm not expecting. What do you expect from an opposition? That's what they have to do. So our problem here now is we have to learn how to build bridges. Try to convince, because Igbos are distributed all over the country, and they can be very good ambassadors for Obi. But let them not come to start antagonizing people simply because they say, oh, Obi. Somebody can come out actually and say, oh, Obi is an Igbo man, they don't want to vote an Igbo man. What you do is not to start antagonizing him because he said so. He can say whatever he wants. The Yorubas are banking on Tinubu, are going to us with Tinubu, not because Tinubu is such a very efficient administrator as people have been portraying, but because he's a Yoruba person. But they are trying to bring in other groups to support Tinubu. That's the way we should be pursuing our own goal. Not everybody that attacks Obi, we try to face the person as if the person is anti. No. we have to be convincing in our, in our approach to Obi's issue. We want him to win, but I know Obi cannot win outright with Igbo votes. No, we have to start to build bridges. This is all I have to say. So let us not just go to war or see anybody coming in to rally support against Obi as an Igbo enemy. No, I don't say it like that. You know.
All right. Thank you very much for your submission. Thank you so much for joining us from the United States. This is still BVI Channel 1. We are still live. In case you've not subscribed to this new channel, please hit on the subscription button. It's extremely very important. Okay? It is very, very important. The enemies of the people who try to shut down this voice have failed, and we're going to prove it to them. And your support is highly needed for us to continue this very task we have, taken upon ourselves. All right, so the numbers to call if you want to call to join this program on Political Review, call +234 8104 533 to make your submission known. Okay, and if you drop your comment, we'll also acknowledge that before the end of today. We also had people who are already dropping their chats on the chat section. We have Stephen Obi Emekekwe. We have Stephen Obi Emekekwe and other people. We acknowledge you. Nkenderim Juliet, we acknowledge you. Bishop Afame Okeke, we also acknowledge you. Honorable, you're welcome back again. The calls are coming in and we have to take them. Are you with me, Honorable?
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah. Sorry that the call cut you off, but we are putting things in place so that stuff like this will not happen in terms of, call bridges. Now, Honorable, let us actually look at this thing from this perspective. Let us even take it from the narrative of the old and the new order, just like the Bible, the Old Testament and the New Testament. From the Old Testament, political testament in Nigeria, politics is highly based on religious sentiment, ethnic sentiment, and the politics of buying and selling, the commercialized politics, the political traders calling themselves political leaders. Now, from the narrative, today we have three major candidates coming from three main ethnic nationalities in Nigeria, from the East, West, and North. Looking at the stance of things, from my own opinion, I'm just sharing my opinion. If you say, okay, from this spread of voters with respect to the number released by INEC, claiming that you have some or chunk of people having greater turnout in registered votes from the North, followed by the West, and the East is coming from the behind. Some people are saying, if that is based on that, then P2P may not have a chance. To me, people like me, I don't agree with that, because from every region in Nigeria, outside Igbo land, outside the Southeast, Igbo population domiciled and registered in different places in Nigeria contributes at least between 25 to 30% of votes, voter strength in those areas. Outside the indigenous or native citizens of any state or community or local government, as you might deem fit, Igbos are the next in population in everywhere in Nigeria. So if you look at it from the ethnic perspective, Peter Obi had chance of having a wider spread of voters. Now, we are talking about the Old Testament, okay? We are now putting it across from their own narrative, talking about religion. Peter Obi is from Christian background, and the other two candidates are from Muslim background. So Peter Obi has a chunk of voters from Christian background in Nigeria. And Christianity, they had at least a little above 50%. I think about 55% of Nigeria general population, between 55 to 60%. Then the other two could share their votes, if you have to say, from the religious divide. Then, when you now talk about, that is their own narrative. I'm using their own narrative. Then when you talk about the New Testament of politics that is void of the Old Testament of corruption, you will find out that Peter Obi has more chances, as far as I'm concerned. Honorable, are you with me?
Yes, comrade, go on.
Good. Now, the other aspect of the old order is the politics of buying and selling. Today, Nigerians, in fact, I think what is happening today, God allowed Buhari 8 years tenure to teach Nigerian people the hard way, so that they will understand that when they make such mistake of electing or choosing a leader based on this sentiment of ethnicity or religion, or the worst, selling their votes, because that is the order of the day now, they will have themselves to blame. So Nigerian people, everyone is tired. Nigerians are tired of the situation of things today. Talking about the economy, talking about security, talking about education, talking about, just name it. Nothing is working. Everything has completely collapsed. We are just managing this country, you know, until it eventually becomes a complete stateless society. That's a society of anarchy. So, when you look at it, that is what you are seeing from the reaction of the youths who have been deprived of the working class, who have been deprived as well. The students are still on strike for almost how many months? Nearly 6 months, if not more. So, when you look at all this, you see that the whole thing is working towards Peter Obi. People looking up to him as the only hope. And having tested the old order of PDP and APC, and if you can agree with me, this whole thing gained momentum. This whole thing cast fire beyond even the comprehension of Peter Obi. Immediately he left PDP and joined the Labour Party. So people who were completely tired of PDP as an option, and those who have turned their back on APC, now chose Peter Obi because that is another different political party that they have not tested. Because as far as Nigerians are concerned, PDP and APC are two sides of the same coin. So that is the reality on ground for today. The New Testament of political order from the young Nigerians They are not looking at ethnicity. They are not looking at religion. They are not ready to sell their vote because they have had the experience of the consequences of their actions in the past. So, Honorable, what do you make of it?
Thank you, Comrade Asuzo. Your question is so long, but I will take as much as I can. First and foremost, both I and you and our, good listeners over there, they all knew that in every state in Nigeria, after you count the indigenous people of the state, the next people you will count is Igbos. They were the second in that state, apart from the indigenous. Now, when you look at the way the state is, Nigeria in particular, you will see that Igbo man, whether they like it or not, is the real Nigerian. Every corner Igbo men go, they clear the shrine, the forest, they sanfill the sand and develop that area. Which other tribe has done this or can do this? Dangote has all his factory. Do you have any factory in eastern states? But Igbo men, they have their factory. Rico Tomato Paste have his big company in Ogun State. Name the factories you see. That's why they were trying to force Innocent to have his factory in Kaduna, which he objected.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you again. You've never seen somebody following a madman, castigating a madman. They have already known that he's mad. People want to pull people down, people that have sense, people that have character. They always, you can't go to a news and start talking about the news. So P2B is a force. That's why all nook and crannies is fighting him. Let me tell you something again. Had it been, if not pride and ego, and is our right, Kwankwaso of NNPP would have been the best bet for P2B by being his vice president. It would have been a sell through. It would have been very easy sell. But where is NNPC today? The NNPP is nowhere to be found. They were just over there in Kano and few states in the north over there because of ego. Okay, let me tell you again. They took Tinubu and Shetima. You see, it took them a lot of time to choose Shetima. They were considering Kaduna State Governor El-Rufai. But along the line, they believe that El-Rufai is more smart. But they never knew that Shetima is a kind of a lion in a goat skin, in sheep skin. Everybody knew about Shetima during the Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's regime. Kabiru Sokoto, how he was caught at a government house in Abuja government house, the Borno State Governor's Lodge in Abuja.
Yeah.
The phone number they caught from him, a lot of things were found, the link was found that he has link with Shetima. It's a well-known fact. They were trying to see, it's like because they believe that Nigerians forget very easily. So that's one apart. So when you come in terms of the New Testament, God does his own thing at his own given time. And everything happens for a reason. Remember, P2B was in PDP for a long time after he left Apuga. Sometimes they criticize P2B that he never did local government election. I was a beneficiary. After our election till date, we are still the ex-elected councillors. Obiano never did any election. They keep on putting transition. We were elected. We have certificate of return. we have everything. We passed through due process. We declared our assets. So nobody should say P2B never did. P2B did. You might say he did it late, but at the end of the day, the end justifies the means. He did it before he left office, but he did something. He did it. So they were trying all manner of things to dig out something against the man. But the more you dig, the more popular he becomes. That's what they know. It's a kind of worm. It's a cancer. We can Governor of Rivers State will say APC is a cancer. P2B is a cancer. He has been in everybody, so you can never eat. You can never go. Wike will say that he preferred to take malaria than getting into cancer. That APC is a cancer, PDP is a malaria, so he can take a malaria anti-drugs and cure it. So, whatever they were doing, destiny is sure, success is not certain. So, you can see what happened in, I don't want to talk about Dunamis Church, just the RCCGS 2 days ago on Sunday. You saw what happened when he went there with Sanwo-Olu's wife, the Lagos State governor. We are watching everything. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. The youth need the new generation. Imagine, let me tell you one funny thing about all these things.
Yeah.
How many presidential aspirants have gone to learn from, because we believe in learning. No one is an island of knowledge. P2B goes to Egypt, he learns about their power situation. He's trying to learn, not when you get into the office. When you get into the office, you'll be occupied with so many things. You won't even know where to start. But he went and started preparing himself. By God's grace, he's going to get it. Whether he gets it or not, but it's there in his brain. He went and learned. See what is happening. And you see how corruption have made Nigeria not to have their power steady. Imagine today they say it's 400 grade, tomorrow 4,000, while Egypt is having 50,000 more than trying to distribute somewhere. South Africa, getting all the analysis the man is giving is real.
It's horrible.
He's not the type that sorry, okay.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah.
Bad.
Not the type that makes, not the type that creates vibe, making noise. You see how many governors in Nigeria? It's just 2-3 governors that escaped EFCC dragnet. Have you ever heard where P2B was called? Have you ever heard? Even Obiano, he had issue with Obiano, and the issue is because of the good governance. Again, don't mess money, don't spend unnecessary money. I think that's what happened. But at the end of the day, did you ever see Obiano talking about, he need to call EFCC this and that? Because you have nothing to help against him. So he's a very prudent person. He always tell you, I am not stingy. I can be stingy in government money, not my own personal money. Government money is meant to develop the people. Not my money. So if I'm stingy on people's money. I can't wait. They send me to manage their resources. And that is real. Okay. They were saying that Tinubu did this, Tinubu did that in Lagos. Yes. During P2B's tenure. Bro, P2B did everything. Anambra was the first in everything. Road network, security, cleanness, everything. But you can take a horse to the river. You can't force the horse to drink. He brought Obiano, but Uchemada Aburu Chechukwu. That is Obiano for you. He handles his own on his own way, and it was failure. He never repaired the dilapidated road. Every infrastructure needs continuous maintenance. That's how it's sustained. It's just like a car. If you don't maintain your car, it's going to keep you on the way one day. Even if you are seeing the sign, you think that you're going to take you. That's if you see pothole, the FEMA, the state FEMA, they don't maintain the infrastructure putting in place by P2B. That's why you see most of the structure he put 8 years ago, more than 8 years ago, dilapidating. You say he didn't work? He worked during his tenure. He did everything. He brought the state from the dungeon. The state was on itself. So, they will say whatever they want to say, but I have to tell you, it's a wind which is blowing across the country. And they see it, that's why they were afraid. They were trying to find every means to pull him down. But then, yesterday or last night, you see the governors of Rivers State, Mimiko, all the governors, some of the governors, former Donald Duke, you see all of them in Rivers State. Yeah. You never can tell. Everybody knows the better thing. Comrade, let me ask you, you know the right thing, you know the wrong thing. You know it within yourself. Even if you are doing right, you know. You did wrong, you know. So the only thing is the name Igbo rings bell in Nigeria, in other tribes' ears, and they can't do without Igbo. After all, somebody just said that Buhari's administration fall apart because he never put Igbo men into his administration, and that is real. You see how everything crumbled from top to bottom, what he said, but it's how it happened. Yeah. So it's a force, and it's moving around. Let's see what happens and decide what's gonna be. If people put different people at the helm of affairs, yeah, they will see the result. Everybody is trying to run out of the country. Do you think that every country would like to accept you? It doesn't work like that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my brother. We have our brother who is joining us from the Skype meeting. We're going to be bringing him on the screen so that he'll be part of this conversation. We really appreciate everyone who has been with us in this program. This is live broadcast coming to you from the studios of BVI Channel 1. On today's program, Political Review. Okay, so and I've been with Honorable Onyebuchi. He had been here dissecting the issues we have in review, talking about the top 3 candidates, their chances of winning the 2023 election. So let me quickly bring in our brother who is right there on the natural idiomas. So he will be introducing himself when he comes right on the screen. Hello, brother. You're welcome to today's program. You can undo your mute, that's put on your mic so that we can hear you. You're already on the screen. Hello? Hello, my brother, can you hear me? I hope you can hear me right now. I hope you can hear me. Hello? Put off your mic so that you'll be able to, we'll be able to hear you. Are you there? I know you are listening. Hello? Okay, we'll let him be until he comes right back. When he comes right back, I think network is putting him on the hold there. So we are still talking about the top 3 candidates and their chances of winning the 2023 election. When our brothers that we've just put out on the screen there had just joined us, when his network allows him, we will bring him in and allow him to air his own opinion. Meanwhile, we have our brother who is here already with us and discussing the issue concerning the 3 major candidates and their chances. We've talked about a lot of things. In case you want to make your submission, you can make your submission. You can make your submission via the chat, or you call +2348104545533. All right, Honorable, the issue of the issue of security situation and the agitation, that's what we discussed yesterday. But let me bring it up a little bit because it's going to affect the result of the election come next year. The security situation and some of the agitation going on, some people saying no election. What is your view about that and how do you see it?
Thank you, Honorable. Thank you. Yeah, the security situation is a kind of worm. Is everywhere, no exception. But in terms of Southeast or IPOP trying to say that there won't be any election in Southeast or whatever, is unfair to Peter Obi, who happens to be a major candidate in this election, which we never had before. Let me tell my people, if you say there won't be election, at the end of the day, somebody must emerge. Nigeria is a sovereign state. Yes, we are agitating from our own sovereign state, but you can't throw the baby with the dirty water. You have to be doing, there are people that are doing so. That's why people were working behind the scene. That's why you saw United Nations giving ultimatums within 6 months to get Nnamdi Kanu released. For them to come to that conclusion, they went through so many things, the rendition and the rest under the treaty which Nigeria signed with UN. You cannot render somebody, like Abba Kyari have never been rendited by America. America can just come and take him overnight, nobody knows.
Yeah, Honorable, please, sorry to cut you short. I think our brother just joined us back again, but let's see if we can bring him on from his audio and see if he can hear us as we go through this section. We're about to bring him back on the screen. Hello, brother, can you hear me? Hello? Can you off your mic so that we'll be able to hear you? We can't hear you. We can't hear you from here. We hope you just fix the mic. Check your mic. It is not coming through. We can't hear a word from you. We can't hear you. Check your mic, check your settings. We are still waiting. We know you're talking, but we cannot hear you from here. Hang on. We can't hear you. Check if it is come on now. Sorry, viewers, sorry about that. I think he's struggling with his audio device. Okay. I think he's struggling with his audio device. We just hope he'll be able to fix it. While we wait for him. Wow, sorry about that. Sorry about that. We can't hear you. Sorry about that inconvenience. And those of you who are still watching, we are still live on the program Political Review, and we're talking about the top 3 candidates and their chances of winning the 2023 presidential election. And I've been here with Honorable Onyebuchi, and we have our brother that just joined us, but he's having an audio challenges. We just hope he could hear us. If you can hear us, wave. You can wave. If you can hear us, wave. If you can hear us, put a wave. Wave to us so that we know that you can hear us. I don't think he can hear us, because if he can, we will be able to sorry about that. So we'll continue while we wait for him to fix his device. If you can hear us, wave to us. If you can hear us, wave. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, wave. Just wave so that I know you are hearing me, so that I can actually put you through in case you are finding it difficult. You know, this technology thing is really sometimes plays some hanky-panky with people. But nevertheless, you are still on it. If you are still interested to be part of this conversation, you can join us by calling 0810454553, or you join us through the Skype meeting, just like our brother is trying to do. So, Honorable, you are saying something, please go ahead while we wait for him to join.
All right, thank you. As I was saying, I thought it's going to be unfair for them to deny people these ample opportunities, and Igbos in particular. They cannot say that there won't be election. How many are we in the Southeast? They now the vote by stopping us some people not to vote. While you go, imagine what is happening in Lagos State. Everybody is witnessing it. Our PVCs from Igbo expression have been thrown into the game. Igbos were chased away when they went to get their PVC. Igbos were being threatened. Their CFO might be revoked if they vote another party. That's to show you the population of Igbos in Lagos State. Igbos have 40-45% of Lagos population. They knew. So, but Igbos are determined. They were determined to do something to vote for their candidate upon all the threats. Remember last time the author of Lagos State is going to throw all the Igbos in the Atlantic Ocean, garbage, if they vote for another party, PDP then. Igbos are being threatened everywhere. Now we have to take the bull by the horn. We won't do our own downfall. We will not bring it good. The youth should be told that this is an opportunity. You want Nnamdi Kanu to come out? Nnamdi Kanu will be there. People be repressed by looking himself and leave his brother in the prison. It cannot work. It's not possible. So I'm pleading to them. It's not fair. It's not good for us. It doesn't, because at the end of the day, authority is authority. People that have power have the power. Remember, if you have the whole money in this world, you control the whole money resources in this world. If you don't have common power, you have nothing. Because only one policy will bring all your business and will collapse everything you have. So we need this power. They shouldn't encourage others not to. They should come out and vote massively. Let us vote for our brother. We never had this kind of road before. Every state have to be. It never happened. And now we are talking about APC Muslim ticket. Imagine what Christians are passing through right now from the hands of bandits, terrorists, Fulani herdsmen. You see what the Christians are passing through. Imagine when you have Muslim ticket, what's going to happen? Upon Osibanjo being a pastor, as he claimed to be a professor of science, he's the vice president, but still, you see where we are. Imagine when you have vice presidents from Muslim extraction, presidents from Muslim extraction. They should know that you can't even carry. For example, the Western projects they may give their members mandate not to vote for people. Imagine that. To show you how serious these people believe that the power belongs to them. And they knew that the power is going out of their hand. That's why they were putting all this. Why are they not talking about Atiku? Because Atiku is already a full animal. Okowa is just there. That's why didn't Atiku take the governor of Rivers and Yusuf Wike, who is very smart, who can do whatever. He knows that he can't control the man because they always have the ulterior motive, the Fulani. That's why he refused to take Yusuf Wike. After the committee shooting out of 17, 14 chose Wike as the vice president. He went and took Okowa. As I said, everything happens for a reason. Okowa have no clout. So that's another problem. Wike is now having issue with him. It's a very big advantage. You cannot actually be good thinker. We Igbos have to utilize this opportunity. Grab it with our full hands and full force. This is a lifetime achievement. And everybody likes this man. So I don't think that saying that they win the election is very fair to him and the Igbo race. I plead with them. Say insecurity, you see what he said. He said he don't want to disclose his tactics because he knows better and he knows what to do. He can't just reveal it. Others will capitalize on it. You see the figures he gives all the time. He makes statements. He makes analysis. How many aspirants can make that economic figure? GDP, this and that. None of them say, they always come and say something different. P2B is a different phenomenon. If this country want to be better, they should give this man a trial. But we shouldn't be putting our own down by not saying there won't be election. Finally, you are still in Nigeria. Don't say there won't be election. You are in Nigeria, you are in the state. And Nigerian government will not let you pull them down. They will kill you. You see how many Igbo that have lost their lives? No. Oh my case here, that's what I said. When the UN mandated Nigeria to pay 6 months to get him and the Canada and pay him compensation too. Did these people know how it went? That is where it goes. We are over here, we rally, we go everywhere, we do everything to show solidarity to Nnamdi Kanu and Biafra and IPON. So I wish they would have an opportunity or have access to hear all these interviews. If they want to put it in place, put it in use, it would be very great. But insecurity, just let me tell you something, comrade. When Ife Jirika was chief of army staff or chief of defense staff, don't you see how he put these Fulanese healthmen, the northerners start saying that he was killing their people? You cannot use your people to fight your people. It doesn't work. There will be sentiment. There will be a kind of sentiment on it. Some people will use a kind of it's my people. No. Use different tribes to fight. That is why Buhari is doing favoritism. He takes everything. He believes in winners who takes it all.
Anyway, he said that he doesn't recognize the 5%. Is it 5%? Or be 1% that gave him vote, and he lived up to that very word. I think our brother, I don't know if he is ready to, make his submission. We are still yet not getting him on the call, but I think we have another person there. Can he indicate? There's no name there. There's another person right there that has raised the hand that he wants to speak, but there's no name attached to it. Can the guest speak up? I think they are not coming through. They're not coming through. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we've come a long way tonight on this interactive section, and I bet you those who have listened have really, grasped something very important. And I really and sincerely appreciate our big brother, Honorable Onyebuchi Okpara, who had been with me on this, chit-chat in this conversation about these candidates. And we've been trying, Honorable, we've been trying to reach out to supporters of PDP candidates or APC candidates to, air their voice, to tell Nigerian people, try to invite them on the platform for them to tell Nigerians why they should vote PDP or APC. Honestly, they are all running away. They are not showing up because I believe probably they have nothing to sell. They have nothing to tell the people. Okay? So that is it. And we believe that we will continue in this campaign to liberate the Nigerian people from the hands of corrupt politicians. We've been saying it for how many years? Good Governance Ministry have been an advocate for this for so God knows how long. But some indigenous people, not just the Biafran people, we've heard from the Yoruba people, even some northern agitators, saying that there will be no election. They don't believe in Nigeria. That narrative, I've had it time and over. And we kept educating and sensitizing our people, just like the Honorable spoke or talked about. Just like people shooting themselves in the leg. We shout, we don't need, we are not part of Nigeria. But yet, the issues of Nigeria affects you. It bites you hard. It gives you serious nightmare. And you complain, yet you say you are not Nigerian. Is that not someone deceiving himself? Even those who live far away from Nigeria, they all have been affected. Everyone is affected. And people say, what we want is referendum. What we want is referendum. How do you get referendum? Referendum is also a political process. Don't you think so, Honorable?
You're right, comrade. You're right.
Referendum is a political process. And you still need to register and be an eligible voter before you will be able to even vote during the referendum. Okay, what happened?
Yes.
Those people who say, we are not interested, and they will not register. And tomorrow, Nigeria will just wake up one day or something may happen. And they say, okay, next month, go and conduct your referendum. What will you use to cast the vote for your referendum? So, that is one thing our people don't understand. Politics of independence agitation is what our people must understand. Not just the Biafran people, the Oduduwas, the Arewas, even Ninas. Ninas are those ones who are saying that they don't want election because Nigerian constitution is fraudulent. And until you fix the fraudulent constitution, then you are talking to yourself when it comes to election, that it will be a recycling of the same order. I don't agree with that. And I have my reasons, very clearly. I have my reasons. If you say you want a constitutional overhauling, who will do that? You are calling on the National Assembly to do it. You are calling on the president to do it. People who are elected. Why don't you elect people who will do it, since the people who are there refuse to do it? Because if it is immaterial who is there, then you can actually just take it on. Nigeria factor just happened. Please, sorry viewers, hang on for us to come right back again. So while we wait, you stay put. You stay put while we wait to bring back our power. Honorable, that is part of the things we still find in this part of the world. We're talking about electricity. You see how electricity situation have kept us in the dark, and so many businesses have shut down because of this. Please viewers, please, it is Nigeria that happened. It is not my fault. They just took light, so we switch it to power generator. Please, I believe you can understand. And those who are not Nigerians will be like a disaster has happened somewhere in Africa. They wouldn't know it's a normal life. My people, make una bear with me. Okay, we'll be coming back any time soon. In less than a couple of minutes, we'll be back. Please bear with me. Bear with me. Sorry, viewers. I think with what is happening right now, our crew has informed me that we'll be unable to switch to the power because of some wrong maintenance that we had just last weekend. Sorry about that we're ending this program this way. We hope we are going to come right back again on Thursday or perhaps tomorrow to continue with this discussion. Thank you very much for being part of this program. It's unfortunate we are ending it this way. Please bear with us and come right back again on this program on BVI Channel 1. I believe you will understand. That is why you have to be part of this political revolution we are preaching, so that we don't get caught off in the dark again just this way. Please, Nigerians will have good result of bad governance. So bye bye for now. We will come back tomorrow or perhaps on Thursday to continue with the program. Honorable, thank you very much for staying with me all this while. It's not easy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, comrade. Thank you so much and have a great night. God bless you.
God bless you too. God bless you too. So people, that is where we are wrapping it up. Some of you will be wondering, I'm still inside the studio, but there is no light. Let me give you a flash of what it looks like to be in the dark in Nigeria. This is how dark Nigeria is. I'm right in the studio, but we can't transmit because of bad government. So please, people, make you now understand why this movement for the freedom of Nigerians from bad government becomes very important. I'm signing out. Bye-bye for now.
Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.